One penguin breaks formation in the middle of an endless white desert, surrounded by thousands of others marching in the same direction. This single emperor penguin suddenly turns around. No panic, no visible threat, no chaos in the colony. Just one quiet decision. At first glance, it looks random, maybe even meaningless. But in one of the harshest environments on Earth, Antarctica, random behavior is a luxury animals cannot afford. So why did it turn? There's no confirmed official explanation for this exact moment. But based on documented emperor penguin biology and behavior, there are several powerful scientific theories. And by the end of this video, you may realize that this small turn wasn't confusion at all. It may have been survival. Antarctica is not just cold. It is disorienting. There are no trees, no mountains in close proximity, no visual landmarks, just wind, ice, and light reflecting endlessly in every direction. In that kind of environment, even humans with modern equipment can lose orientation. Now imagine navigating it without a compass, except emperor penguins may actually have one. Research suggests that many migratory animals can detect Earth's magnetic field. This ability, called magnetic reception, allows them to sense direction using subtle magnetic cues embedded in the planet itself. Birds, sea turtles, and even some bacteria have demonstrated this capacity. There is growing evidence that penguins may also rely on geomagnetic information during long-distance travel between feeding grounds and breeding colonies. When thousands of penguins march in a line, they are not wandering. They are executing a highly synchronized migration towards specific breeding sites, sometimes over distances of 50 to 120 kilometers across sea ice. But Antarctica's magnetic field is not perfectly uniform. It fluctuates, ice shifts, solar radiation interferes. Even minor geomagnetic anomalies can cause slight navigational deviations. Now imagine this. The penguin senses a mismatch between its internal magnetic map and the colony's current heading. Not a dramatic error, just a subtle misalignment. In extreme environments, a small angle mistake can compound over distance. A few degrees off course could mean arriving too late to breed, or missing stable ice, or reaching thinner, unsafe terrain. So it pauses, it turns, not because it is lost, but because it is correcting. In human terms, it's not confusion, it's recalibration. And what looks like hesitation might actually be precision. Now let's consider something even more fascinating. Emperor penguins form seasonal monogamous bonds during breeding season. Males and females locate each other among thousands of nearly identical birds in massive colonies that can number in the tens of thousands. Visually, they are almost indistinguishable. So, how do they reunite? Sound. Each emperor penguin has a unique vocal signature. Studies show they can recognize their mates, call among thousands of overlapping calls in wind conditions exceeding 100 kilometers per hour. Think about that. In a blizzard of noise, they can isolate one specific voice. When a female returns from weeks at sea feeding, she must find her partner, who has been fasting and protecting their egg. If they fail to reunite, the chick may not survive. This acoustic recognition system is so precise that even slight variations in pitch and rhythm are meaningful. Now imagine the marching colony again. Wind howling, ice cracking, thousands of bodies moving in sync. And then through the noise, a familiar frequency, a call that only one penguin would recognize. Would it keep walking, or would instinct override momentum? The turn might not be about navigation at all. It might be about connection, because in emperor penguin society, failing to respond to your mate's call is not just emotional neglect. It can mean reproductive failure. A single vocal cue could justify an immediate directional change. And what appears to us as randomness could actually be one of the most sophisticated recognition systems in the animal kingdom at work. The penguin didn't turn because it was confused. It turned because it heard something no one else could. Now we move to perhaps the most physically urgent explanation. Antarctic winter temperatures can drop below 640 degrees Celsius. Wind chill can push perceived temperatures even lower. In these conditions, exposed flesh freezes quickly. Energy conservation is not optional, it is everything. Emperor penguins survive through cooperative thermoregulation. They huddle in dense formations, constantly rotating positions so that no single individual remains on the freezing outer edge too long. But even while marching, wind direction matters. A slight shift in body angle can significantly reduce heat loss. Facing directly into a -40°C headwind increases convective heat transfer. Turning even 20 or 30 degrees can reduce surface exposure. Physics governs survival here. Wind speed, feather insulation, metabolic rate, it's all a delicate equation. If the colony's angle relative to wind shifted slightly, one penguin may have felt a stronger exposure pattern. Perhaps its outer feathers were already iced. Perhaps it had slightly lower fat reserves. In extreme climates, individuals constantly make micro-adjustments. Tiny corrections. Step left. Rotate right. Reduce exposed surface area. To us, it looks like indecision. To the penguin, it may be thermodynamic optimization. Survival in Antarctica is not dramatic most of the time. It's incremental. It's thousands of tiny energy-saving decisions stacked together. And that turn might have been one of them. Not emotional, not symbolic, not confused, just physics. So why did the penguin turn? We don't know for certain. It could have been recalibrating against Earth's magnetic field. It could have heard a mate's unique call through the wind. It could have been adjusting its body angle to conserve critical heat energy. Or perhaps it was a combination of all three. What makes this moment powerful is not that it is mysterious. It's that it reminds us how intelligent survival truly is. In environments where mistakes are fatal, behavior evolves to be efficient, precise, and purposeful. What looked like hesitation may have been correction. What looked like confusion may have been recognition. What looked like randomness may have been survival strategy. In the most unforgiving place on Earth, even the smallest turn can mean everything. And maybe that's the real lesson hidden in the ice. Sometimes survival isn't about moving forward. It's about knowing exactly when to turn,